Good morning, everybody. My name is Lori, and this is Lolly Joe Budget and Debt Payoff Journey. This morning, I am going to be working out my 2026 budget, just the big numbers for the year. And I have not done any pre-work. Because honestly, I'm not really sure exactly how I want this to play out. I've watched a few other people's videos where they demonstrate their planning for 2026. And I thought about pre-doing it in that way, and then I would just read off the list. And I was thinking I don't really want to do it like that. I want to kind of just I guess I just wanted you to be here for the process as I kind of work my way through it. And so this might take a minute. This might take a little bit of time. I don't know how long it's going to take me. And I'm probably going to make mistakes. And next week or tomorrow, I might remember something and have to redo the whole thing. But basically today I'm just going to do this worksheet with you, and if you guys see a gaping hole somewhere, you just let me know and I can go back and try to fix it. Of course, nothing here is written in stone. That's why we do the budget, right? To try to get an idea about how things are going to go, and then if you need to, you can change things later on. I mean, that's just how I think it's supposed to go. I don't see it being hardcore, just you have to, if you don't get the exact numbers correct the first time, then you're going to go to budgeter's jail or something. So, this is basically my worksheet. Okay, so let me see. We have basic categories, right? We have, let's see. So we got savings. We have regular expenses. And we have debt. We have annual expenses or infrequent expenses. Okay. So those are the categories. So basically, for savings, I have my regular annual expenses savings account. And I try to save $198 per month, multiplied by 12 months. Should have my calculator out already. So 198 times 12. 2,376. Then I have my extra debt savings, which is my First Horizon savings, which is and this is extra debt, and that's basically $25 a week. So we'll go 25 times 52. It's $1,300. So 25 times 52. Then I have my Chase savings, which is $25 per month. It's $300. Okay, what else do we got? My I'm going to say my mortgage checking account. I put extra money in there for escrow. Escrow savings, which is basically in my the Chase savings is basically for vacation or going to see my mom or whatever. Okay, so my escrow just went up a little bit. So $21.85 is my mortgage payment, plus or minus. I put, for every paycheck, I have $1,200 direct deposited into my escrow account, and my checking account, rather, my mortgage checking account. So that's $2,400 a month, and my mortgage payment is $21.85. So my escrow savings is $215 per month. Theoretically, I don't think it's ever actually worked out, because something always comes up. But we're gonna call it $25.80. This is escrow. All right, so then we got my healthcare savings account, which is going to be, right now I'm planning on $100 per month, which equals $1,200. All right, and then my 401k contribution, and right now it's times 2. Right now it's $186.88 a month, but I get a little bit more when I get my bonus and my overtime. I'll have 2 overtime checks this year, or 2026. So if I did $186 per month plus, let's say 13 months for the overtime checks and the bonus, so we'll times 13. Ideally, what I'd like to do is later on in the year, after I've paid off the Fidelity card, is to increase my 401k contribution a little bit. So 401k and HSA. Okay. All right, then my emergency fund. I'm hoping to do $700 per month, but maybe not. We'll see. It just really depends on it. When I get my Fidelity credit card paid off, I'll free up some money. So that's why I put $700 on there. If there's an emergency, something comes up, an actual emergency comes up, and I'm actually not able to save that money, I've actually got $1,000. Actually, I have $2,000 in my emergency fund right now. So it's like if I don't have the money for some reason, then I don't have to do it. But right now, I'm gonna plan for $700 a month, so that leaves $8,400 for emergencies. Okay, so then cash savings, right, for my cash envelopes. If I do $100 a week, that's $400 a month. No, wait, let's do it like this. $100 per week times 52 weeks is $5,200. Wouldn't that be fun if I could actually save all that? So let's see. Let's see how much. All right. Now I can't see it. Doink. Okay. 2376 plus 1300 plus 300 plus 2580 plus 1200 2429 8400 5200. So my savings goal is $23,785. All right, and if you break that down per month, it means $1,982 per month. All right, so that's savings. Now let's do a debt. $23,785 per year, and this is per month. So 1982. There you go. Okay. So let's do debt. My Fidelity credit card, I'm planning on paying it off. I believe that at the end of the year I'll still owe $4,600 on that. My first home improvement loan, I'm planning on paying it off, and I believe it'll be about $14,880. My second home improvement loan, I am planning on let's see, $4,200. My car, I want to pay off, in a perfect world, I'd like to pay off $7,000, and that's because I have a gap. The car is not worth as much as I owe on it. I'm upside down, or whatever the phrase is. So I'd like to pay it down to where it's what I owe on it is less than what it's worth. And that's mostly just in case I get in a car accident and the car is totaled, and the car won't get paid off. I'll still owe money on it. You know what I mean? Okay, so my 401k loan. Planning on paying off $2,861, give or take. And my mortgage, I hope to pay off $7,715. All right, let's see how much that is. Can you see this all right? 4,600 plus 14,800 plus 4,200 plus 7,000 plus 2,861 plus 7,715. 41,256 divided by 12. No, not times 12. Divided by 12 equals $3,438 per month. Okay, so debt 412563438. Now, you know what? I just realized this is just principal. This does not include interest. So interest is going to be about, let me just do this here, 55 times 30 is $16.50 per month times 12 times 12. No way, that is so much. 19,800 in interest, which equals, oh, okay, 16.50 per month. So I go, let me see here. $41,256 plus, no, $41,256, Lori, $41,256 plus 19,800. So $61,056 divided by 12, $5,088 per month. All right. Now let's do annual expenses. All right. Where did I write it down? Is it in here? I have it written down here somewhere. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay. Tax prep $425. Debt payoff planner is $24. My son's birthday, $100. So HOA dues. Assuming they don't increase it, is $902.52. Let me see here. Car insurance. It's $465.25 times 2. $930.50. My umbrella policy is $162. Car registration and taxes, and the inspection, really, and the inspection is $255. Right. Donations, call it $800. Life insurance, $470. have NRRPT, which is 75, and extra escrow. I'll put down $491.19 because that's what I just paid, but we all know it's more than that. And then Christmas is $200. All right. All right. Okay, 425 plus 24 plus 100 plus 902.52 plus 930.5 plus 162 plus 255 plus 800, 470, 75, 491.19. So this ends up being 4,835.21. Now, with that in mind, you remember I'm saving some of it in advance, right? But what I think I'm going to do is, for the purposes of my thinking, I'm just going to leave it, knowing ideally I'm saving for it, right? But as we all know, just because I'm saving for it doesn't mean I'm not going to have to cash flow it when it happens. Because I have yet to ever actually be successful at saving enough money to pay for my annual expenses. Because there's always something that takes that money. So anyway, I'm just going to include it right now in my budget for the year, with the hope that the money I save will be there when it's time to actually pay these things. So we'll see. All right, so divided by 12 equals 402.93 per month. So 485. 35.21. We're just gonna write 403 per month. Okay, so that leaves regular expenses. Look at my okay, so for landscaping, let's see how much I spent on landscaping this year. I actually kept track. So next, I don't have to guess next year. Let me add up. Come on now, don't give me a hard time. Okay. $74.99. $74.99. So $780 for annual for landscaping is how much I spent. Oops. Yeah. 780. We're rounding up. Okay. Okay, next is phone. And it is $31.29. Times 12. $375.48. Okay, internet. It's $82.91. $9.95. There. Let's see, water. All right, $59.97 plus, whoops, $59.97 plus 60 plus 60 plus $77.83 plus 61 plus 60 plus 80 plus 140, 60, 124, 70, 70. It ended up being $922.80 for the year. So we'll just go 923. All right, next is electric. All right, 122 plus 125 plus 122 plus 104 plus 124, 150, 170, 150, 150, 100, 112. I haven't got my December bill yet. We'll call it 112 estimate. I think that's what I budgeted anyway. Okay, so 15, wow. $1,541 for electric. Okay, and natural gas. We already know it's $90 per month. Is $1,080. Okay. What else we got? Then we're going to do food, household. We're going to call it $350 per month. Let's see, 350 times 12 equals 4,200. All right. My allowance, $100 per month $1,200. Auto expenses, $100 per month equals $1,200. Pet. We're going to call it $100 per month. I know some months are more, some months are less, but we'll call it 100 for average. $1,200. And is that it? We'll put down a category for miscellaneous for stuff I forgot. We'll call it $50 a month. Because I don't usually, well, I was going to say I don't usually forget anything, but that's a lie. Okay. Now, let's see what this is. $780 plus $375 plus $995, $923, $1,541, $1,080, $4,200, $1,200, $1,200, $1,200, $600. $14,094 divided by 12 equals $1,174.50 per month. Okay. All right, so $14,094, which equals $1,175. We're rounding. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see. $23,785 plus $14,094 plus $61,056 plus $4,835. 103,770 divided by 12 equals $8,647.50. We're going to round up and call it $48. Okay. I guess that's it. It's actually not, I don't think it's wrong. I don't think I made any glaring mistakes. Yeah. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. That's pretty cool. I basically know what my numbers are and they make sense. That's all right. I love it. Okay. All right. Okay, so while I'm here, I want to just kind of show you my books that I use. So this past year I do everything on Excel, but I also have books because I like to write stuff down. So this is a Sterling Ink planner. And this is just a notebook from Walmart. So this has the planner information in it that just, has the calendar and that sort of thing in it, right? So I've been using this for 2025 and it has worked out really well. I really like it. Hold on one second. I need to blow my nose. Okay, so I've been using this all year. I love it. It has really worked out for me. Basically, one of the things I like most about it is like half the book is just lined grid papers. And then you got the vertical, and then you have the calendars in the front. Plus you got the habit tracker and a quarterly pages and habit tracker. So as the year has gone by, I've kind of figured out what I like about it and what I like, and I've been using it. And then this book, which is just basically a notebook from Walmart. I have pages in here for each of my account balances and just my debt payments, just tracking of expenses, tracking my paycheck, tracking my debt payments that I make. So I write lots of notes in here, just anything money related. So this is actually my 4th book. I've actually had 3 before this one. And so I'll just keep track of my account balances every month, whenever I use my credit cards, all my expenses. This is fantastic. I really like it. It has it's nice heavyweight. The paper is stone something. I don't know. But anyway, it's nice. I really like it. Papers are thick. So I got another Sterling planner for this year. And I'm planning on using the heck out of it, just like I did my 2025 one. A lot of the information that's in here is actually very, very similar to the information that's in here. But I like it because it also has my vertical planner in here, and I can do my tracking of my expenses, when I use my debit card or when I pay bills, and my Friday morning money routine. And so I have my budget laid out on in back here. Has the calendar right here. Once again, it has the habit tracker. So I'm going to track my no spend days, the days I paid debt, days I saved money, the days I gave money away, made donations, and of course thanking God, because I could not do any of this without His blessings. That's for sure. His grace or His forgiveness or whatever you want to call it. Can't do this on my own. Between you, me, and God, we're getting this done. So I got this right here. I really like it. But last year I used the Hobonichi planner for work, and I really liked it for my job. And this year I decided I'm going to see how it can be used for my budgeting and debt also. So I know it's redundant. I know I basically have 3 books that have very similar information in it, but I like it. I really enjoy writing. I really enjoy keeping track of this stuff. And these binders, these planners are just very special. They're just very, really nice, right? I have tried using your traditional budget planners. Over the years, I've purchased really cheap ones, and I've spent a little bit more money on the nicer looking ones. But what it comes down to is they just don't have enough space for all of the things that I write down, all the things I keep track of. The books just don't have enough lines in them. They don't actually necessarily identify the things that are super important to me. Like, there's certain things in there that seem to have a high level importance to the manufacturer, the producer, the publisher of the book, which I can see, which is great, but it's not necessarily super important to me. So I feel like I'm wasting half of the book, because I don't use it. So anyway, I got this. I decided to see what I can do with the Hobonichi planner. So like I said, it has very similar stuff that's in the other book. It has my habit tracker, calendar. It has, this is a different layout. So this is like an appointment. So each day of the week you have a calendar for appointments, right? And so what I've decided to do is I'm going to try to use this part of the book for keeping track of my envelopes. So we'll see how that goes. So for every week I do my weekly cash stuffing. I'll put in, the category, the goal, the balances, the amount that I put in, and that sort of thing. So just to see how it goes. I might lose interest in 2 weeks. Who knows? I don't know. But I wanted to try it. I figure it's worth it just to try it one time. And once again, in here, I also have my budget laid out. So I have my budget in here. I have it in here. And I have it in here. And I do it on the computer. So I know it seems like a lot, But I'm just kind of trying to figure out what works for me, and trying different methods is just part of the process. Okay, so what I want to do, because what I really like about this is that each day of the year has a page, right? And I love this because in here I don't have that, right? It's just there's like a little bit for each day of the year, and this is a full page, and so I really feel like this is going to be really great for keeping track of when I spend money, and that's what most of this book is. And but so I'm just basically one other thing I'm doing for this year is I have my expense, the amount I'm going to budget, actual, and the difference. But I also have columns over here for how much I spent in 2025 in that same category. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing how different this year is compared to 25. How different 2026 is compared to 2025. So I'm really looking forward to just trying different things. And one thing I did this year that I've not done before, and I just wanted to see how I would feel about it, was I got some stickers, and I wanted to just see what I could do with them, because off the top of my head, I really don't have ideas about what to do with the stickers. I've seen lots of people use them, but they tend to take up a lot of space in the book, in the planner itself. That takes up space. So I put a sticker here. I put down a sticker, and I can't write anything on that spot because there's a sticker there. And so I'm not a big fan of that. But also, it makes it really thick. It makes the book hard. Like right here, I know it's hard to tell, but like where the stickers are for the days of the week, it's hard, and it's just doesn't feel the same as the pages. It makes the pages feel different. See how they all feel so nice. And so where the stickers are, it's hard. It's like a pebble or a rock or something right there. And I'm not a huge fan of that texture, tactile difference. So even though I've got some stickers and some washi tape and that sort of thing in these books right now, I don't know if I'm going to leave it there. I might end up taking it off. Or I don't, off the top of my head, I don't see myself doing it again in the future. It just doesn't really do anything for me. I know that some people, they make these beautiful spreads for their planners and for their budget books. And that's nice. It looks real nice. But it's just, to me, it's just not the most important thing. But right here, I am feeling this book right here. It is so hard. It's like there's like somebody put a rock in there. And I just don't love it. So I hate it that I spent money on the stickers and then to take them out to I don't love that. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So I'll probably just leave it in there the way it is, and then just not do it again for next year. But so basically, that's how I'm currently using my planners, is just practicing, just seeing what works, what doesn't work. It's not a big deal if I end up getting started on something and I'm like, this really doesn't work for me. I can just stop doing it, right? But it's fun to pretend for a while just to see how it goes. All right, so that's it for my books. That's it for my 2026 annual budget. I'm really happy with the outcome. Off the top of my head, I'm looking at it, and I don't feel uncomfortable with it. I feel like the numbers I have come up with make sense, and maybe I forgot something. Maybe I forgot something, and that's why it makes sense, because I have completely forgotten a category or something. So y'all let me know if you see something that I completely missed. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.